What's poppin', everybody? Okay, I got a couple more beer offerings. And these are, I believe they're actual beer, not ale, not, it's beer. It's not craft, at least I don't think it's craft. Whatever. It's beer. Okay, it's beer. And I'm going to kick the first one off with Lazy Day from Uncle Billy's Brewery. According to this, it says, share one with a sunny day. In Central Texas, there's nothing lazier than a float down the river. Period. I didn't see the period. Forgive me. Take two. In Central Texas, there's nothing lazier than a float down the river. Lazy Day Lager features Vienna malts and noble hops for an incredibly dry and drinkable brew. A golden libation that says slow down and savor the moments in every season. Handcrafted in Austin, Texas. Here for Austin. It's 5.5%. And not much more to say about it. Let's get into this. Lazy Day Lager. I like a good lager. Pilsner. Yeah, that looks nice. Rich. Noble hops. Semi-sweet smell. Ooh, that's got a bitter backbite to it. Yeah, a little on the bitter side. Not a terrible kind of bitter. Wasn't expecting it. Got that kind of that. What is it? Like not so much like an IPA, but definitely. They said noble hops. I'm tasting the hops, and they're big time. Big time. Got that severe bitter finish to it. But as far as everything else that's going on in there, it's crisp, chock full of flavor. Oh man, this ain't no Miller Lite. Plenty of flavor in that. More than some can handle. I'll say that. I don't know if they drink things like Miller Lite and Bud Light because they're usually like the house special. You can get them for like $1 a bottle. Get good and wasted off of 10, 15 bucks. And that's fine. I'm all about bargains too. I like a good deal, but I also don't drink for the sole purpose of getting drunk. So giving me any of those aforementioned beers at $1 a bottle is not my idea of a good purchase, because you won't get me to drink enough of them to get drunk, and I wouldn't even cop a buzz off of them. Really, I'd probably have like one or two and be turned off to them. Last time I had a Miller Lite, that's exactly what happened. I drank it and I was like, I used to drink that piss water years ago when I was younger and a little less inclined to try, different types of beers, But I'm sorry, it's what it is to me. There's no flavor to it. Nothing. It's like seltzer water. Have any of you ever tried that stuff near beer? I accidentally tried that once when I was a kid. That's kind of what it reminds me of now. Like very watered down beer. If you watch the commercials, they're just like, oh man, flavor, Working class man has to have a good beer. He reaches for a Miller Lite. Working class man probably doesn't bring it home much. Probably has to get Miller Lite. And then you have those people that always say things like, in complete contrast to what I just said, they'll say, "Hey, get you drunk, right? If that's what you're drinking it for, have at it." I like to enjoy these. Well, it's got definite drinkability. It's not hard to get down. That bitter bite kind of caught me off guard, but once we became friends, it was a lot more drinkable. So I can give this one an honest 8 out of 10, definitely. I think they got the right idea. Lazy day, 6-pack of this being towed behind your tube. Don't litter. I'm telling you right now, don't litter. Got enough people on the river throwing their beer cans in the water like a bunch of jackals. Don't litter. Keep your garbage with you. Throw it away properly. The river's there for everybody to enjoy, drinkers and non-drinkers alike. Be cool. And next is one that I had read about back when I had gotten Nito Bandito. There was a list of different beers that were kind of following that set. They had the idea of making a Mexican-style lager here in the United States. Which was funny because in Mexico, they brew an American-style lager. Okay. But Nito Bandito was one that I had tried, and they used corn in it because it brought about a certain sweetness to it. But one of the other beers that I read about on that list was this little bugger right here called Beerito. And I'm going to say that like a gringo because that's probably written by a gringo. It's not Beerito, it's Beerito. Mexican lager, brewed and canned by Oskar Blues. Oskar. This way it's spelled weird. Oskar Blues Brewery in Colorado. Yeah. Beer plus Ito. Can't read too much on it because there's nothing to say. No dairy and sub hops. No dairy. That's good to know. I haven't read much on Beerito. I don't know if they have what they use as an emulsifier. I don't know if they're using corn or what, but it's a Mexican style lager made in Colorado. Kind of like the Cuban cigars that I get imported from New York, rolled by Puerto Ricans. Well, that's a nice dark offering, isn't it? Look at that. That's pretty. Excuse the belching. I'm really sorry about that. But I can't pause this every time I do it. Look like a flip book. Oh, do you hear him? I could have paused that so you didn't hear it, but this is what I listen to every morning. Welcome to my world. Cheers. Oh, yeah. It's dark for a reason. It's got all the markings of dark beer. It's got that Bach taste to it. just a slight bit of bitterness. Nothing too crazy or overpowering. Nothing that grabs you by the tongue and smacks you in the face. It's a mild bitterness. It is very good. Negra Modelo, maybe? Bohemia? Possibly. Oh yeah. Easy to drink. Easy. Drinkability on this is nice. I had somebody asking me one time, what's the difference? You know, dark beer, light beer. It's alcohol content that matters. That's all. If it's got decent alcohol content, who cares what color it is? Well, to that I have to say, the darker beers are more robust and they have more flavor to them. And the lighter the beer gets, you're kind of taking your chances. Sometimes you can be surprised with the color of a beer, like the sour beers that I've had. They're very light in color, but super flavorful. The one beer that I think is just, how do I say this? It's touristy, to me anyway. That's the way I describe it, is Corona. Not a fan of Corona. But I'm a gracious guest. If I go to someone's house and that's all they have is Corona, and they offer me a Corona, I'm not going to turn my nose up at it and be like, I don't drink Corona. I'll take it. I'll drink it graciously, you know? That's how you're supposed to do. You don't turn down a free beer unless you're like deathly allergic to it or something. Or if it just tastes so god awful, there's no way you're going to drink it. You will let it go to waste. Let someone else have it. Like Schlitz. Who thought that was a good idea? Yeah, definitely when you see your darker beers like this, you know you're in for a little more flavor, a little more bitterness. It really makes its presence known. But it doesn't always necessarily mean it's a stronger beer. You can get a beer this dark and have like 5% alcohol, and then you can get a beer that's light and get damn near 8% alcohol. Just depends on the brewing and how they ferment it and such. So, I am not unhappy with this Beerito. I think they're getting ready to start again. Round 2. Ding, 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 ding. This is a nice change from the Nito Bandito. Nito Bandito was yellow in color. It was a lighter color, and it had a semi-sweet taste to it. This one is a little more bitter, but not majorly bitter, not over bitter. So yeah, it was definitely drinkable. I like the overall product of it, and this is only a 4%. See what I mean? I mean, it looks like a very serious alcohol level type of beer, but no, it's 4%. It's moderate, you know? So, yeah, with all that having been said, I give this American version of Mexican lager, made in Colorado, 8 out of 10. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. It is warm in here. Warm. Okay, guys. That's it. Hope you enjoyed those little offerings. I will have probably one more soon in the very near future. Very, very near future. one I was kind of holding off on because I'm like, I wanted to pair these up a little bit, and one that wasn't gonna like out flavor the other. And I think I might have failed a little bit at that, but it's okay. Because this one's like totally off the beaten path, so I get that out to you ASAFP. Try not to curse too much. But until then, thanks for watching, guys. Always appreciate it. Please comment below if you've tried any of these, or if you have any requests, maybe. One you've been curious about. If I see it, and I'll grab it and check it out. As long as it's not one of those crazy 12-ounce beers that cost $14. What the hell is that all about? I've seen them on the shelves over here. It's like $14 for a 12-ounce bottle. Yeah, are you crazy? Better be have women falling out of the sky serving it to me when I walk out of the store. Shoot. You know what I'm saying. Anyways, thanks for watching. Take care. You're always appreciated. I think you're the tops. Peace.